my peach cobbler. I had this can of peaches in the house. It's 1 can of peaches and heavy syrup, and then also I have the premium Lucky Leaf peach fruit filling or topping. So I'm gonna use both of these for my filling for my peach cobbler. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix this in with my peaches, the canned peaches and the heavy syrup. So I'm gonna mix those two together. So this will be what I will use for my cobbler topping, my peach cobbler topping. I found these in the Piggly Wiggly, y'all, for 89 cents a pack. So I'm gonna use 2 packs. I may just need 1. I don't know yet, but I'll see once I get everything mixed together if I'm not gonna need to use all of it, okay? And the only thing you have to do to this is add in some water. A 1/2 cup of water for each packet, and preheat your oven to 375 degrees. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Have my oven preheating to 375. Okay, so in the pan that I am going to bake my peach cobbler in, which you need an 8-inch pan at least, I'm gonna melt a 1/2 stick of butter. So I mixed my peaches together. I added some cinnamon. I'm gonna add in a little bit of nutmeg, just a pinch, y'all. You don't want it to overpower. I'm gonna add in a dab of vanilla flavoring, okay? Just a dab, okay? And I'm just gonna mix that together, everybody. I am also going to add in a little bit of brown sugar, y'all, not a lot. Let me get that brown sugar out of here. So to the cobbler topping, I am gonna just add a little sugar for my liking. You don't have to add sugar when you are using the toppings. It's just something that I want to do because I want to make sure that it's sweet enough to my liking. And that was only about 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. I am gonna add some vanilla flavoring because I do want that. Some flavoring in my topping, okay? So we got that. And instead of water, I am going to use milk. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this milk in here. Yeah, and I am going to mix this topping together for my peach cobbler, okay? Now, if you don't have this topping, you do know that all you have to do is use the same ingredients that I just used. And use a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, some vanilla flavoring, and 1/2 cup of milk. You know, you want to have like a pancake consistency. So I used a cup of milk because I'm using the 2 packets, which are about 2 cups of flour. Then you're gonna add your sugar. Remember, for each cup of flour that you use, and this is self-rising flour that I'm speaking of, you are going to use a cup of granulated sugar. Add you a tablespoon of vanilla, okay? And that's it. That's really all you have to have for the topping, okay? So all the lumps aren't gonna come out, but majority of them are. And in the pan that I have my butter melted in, I am going to pour the topping in. And then we're gonna put the peaches over the top of the topping. I know you're like, but you already got it in the pan. I know, I do. I know I do. But I'm gonna show y'all the right way, not the Tammy way. Cause if it was up to me, honey, I would just go on ahead and just pour this topping on top of them peaches, cause that's the way I'll do it. And technically, that's the way I really like it. Okay. So let me move this out of the way. Okay. My butter kind of burned just a little. I left it in there just a little bit too long. Y'all excuse my phone. I don't know why that phone do that. And I be recording. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this topping in here. Cause we're gonna have us a good Sunday dinner over here at my house. Cooking with TK family. Okay. So the next step is just to put our peaches over the top of the topping. Okay, so we're just gonna scoop the topping on the top of the peach topping and filling it over. You just spread it out. And it is going to rise above the peaches. Okay. And then we're gonna get this in the oven. We're gonna cook this at 375 degrees until it is done. Okay, everyone, so my peach cobbler is done. Yay! I got that step out of the way for my delicious Sunday dinner. Okay, let's move on to the next item on the menu. Okay, everyone, so I am going to cook some bacon to go in my dirty rice and some of the bacon to go in my cabbage. So I cut up about 8 strips of bacon and I got them cut up. I'm gonna go ahead and cook this bacon up until it is perfectly cooked and well done. I added black pepper for seasoning. Okay, so now I have my sausage in the skillet. And remember, this sausage is for our cabbage. We're making fried cabbage. And I am going to allow this sausage to cook. Okay. And then I'm going to add in some onions, some purple onions, and some bell pepper. Okay, so I'm going to add in a spoon of garlic. Next, I'm going to add in my onions, and I am going to add in some bell pepper. Okay, so this is going to be for my cabbages. I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to allow this to cook for about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to put my cabbages in. I just want my bell peppers and my onions to get a little soft, okay? And I'm gonna add in my seasoning on top of my cabbages. So now I'm gonna add my bacon back in. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna add half of my head of cabbage. I got one, I would say about a little bit bigger than a small, medium head of cabbage. I'm gonna allow this to cook down for a minute. Then I'm gonna add in my other cabbage. So let me go ahead and get this mixed in and stirred in. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to add in the other half of the cabbage. Well, my daughter's doing it for me, okay? I'm just instructing her on how to do it, okay? So I'm gonna go in with some chicken bouillon powder. And this is about 2 teaspoons. Then I'm gonna go in with some all-purpose seasoning. That's enough. That's soul food seasoning. And then I'm gonna go in with some of this garlic pepper seasoning. That's enough. And add some black pepper, Aaliyah. Okay, just a little bit more black pepper, black pepper, black pepper. Not too much, okay? Don't go crazy with the black pepper, because if you add too much, remember you can't take it out. And I'm gonna add to the top of this, I'm gonna add in some garlic butter. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna allow this to cook down, simmer on down. The skillet that I have, it didn't come with a top, so I'm gonna place some aluminum foil over the top. I'm gonna allow this to cook down for about 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna stir it once it has cooked down, okay? And then my cabbages will be done. Okay, everyone, so my cabbage is done. My fried cabbage with my sausage and my bacon. Hot, I took it off. I'm gonna put my aluminum foil over my cabbage, okay? Okay, so how I made my dirty rice, well, how I am going to make my dirty rice is I'm just gonna use regular ground beef. I'm not gonna add any ground pork because I do got the bacon and sausage in my cabbage. So I'm not gonna add in the ground pork. I am going to brown up my ground beef, and I do season up my beef. So I have here some beef bouillon powder, some black pepper, some all-purpose seasoning salt, and some onion powder and a little garlic powder. So that's the seasoning that I have added to this pan to brown my ground beef. I am also going to cook my bell pepper. I have red bell pepper, y'all. I got some green bell pepper, some celery, and I have some yellow bell pepper, and I have some onions up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and cook that along with my ground beef. This is gonna add flavor on flavor on flavor, y'all, okay? Y'all know how I like to do it. Add flavor on flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these veggies cooked in with this ground beef. I'm gonna make sure that there is no more pink, and I'm gonna let it get a little crisp on it, the meat, just a little bit, okay? And then we're gonna finish cooking up our dirty rice. So now I'm adding in rice. This rice has seasoning in it. It's just the Zatarain's dirty rice seasoning mix. I don't have to add any more seasoning, just maybe some black pepper. And I'm gonna use chicken broth. You can use chicken broth or you can use beef broth. If you don't have that Zatarain's dirty rice packet, just use 2 cups of rice, okay? Or 2.5 cups of rice for the amount of meat that I'm using, okay? So for each cup of rice, you're gonna measure out 2 cups of water or 2 cups of broth, okay? So I'm gonna allow this to cook, simmer until it's done. Okay, here I have my pork chops. I seasoned them up really well. Some black pepper, some onion powder, and some seasoning salt. Y'all can put whatever kind of seasoning you like on your black pepper. On your pork chops. I didn't mean to say black pepper. Put whatever kind of seasoning you like on your pork chops, okay? So I'm gonna get ready to get these in the fryer, because we're gonna have some fried pork chops, some mustard fried pork chops at that. So I'm gonna put my mustard on there, y'all. Okay, so I added the mustard. So now I'm gonna get ready to just massage this mustard into my pork chops, okay, before I add in my flour. And I'm just gonna use some regular flour. You can use self-rising or all-purpose flour, it doesn't matter. This mustard is what's gonna help these crisp up the skin on your mustard fried pork chops. It's not hard, y'all. It's very simple and easy to make this mustard fried pork chop. I think what people like to know is how long does it take to cook you some delicious pork chops. And that's what we're gonna do today. And these pork chops are kind of thick, so I'm gonna tell you right now, it's probably gonna take about 14 minutes to get them the way I like them. Okay, about 14 minutes on these chops, 15 at the most, to get them the way that I like them. Now, if you don't want them that crispy, because I like mine with a little crisp to them, don't cook them that long. Okay, so let's move on to the next step. Okay, so my dirty rice is done. Y'all, I had my dirty rice panned up. Okay, so now I'm gonna fry my pork chops and I'll be finished. Oh, and I'm gonna make some yeast rolls as well, but not from scratch. Okay, everybody, so I have my pork chops battered, and now we are going to get ready to, I'm gonna go ahead and fry these mustard fried pork chops on up. Let me make sure my oil is ready. Okay, so my oil is ready. We're gonna get these chops cooked for our dinner to go with our dirty rice and everything, and this is gonna be so delicious. Okay, everybody, so my pork chops are just about done. These are the last two pieces that are cooking. I gotta flip this one over and let it cook. Like when I'm cooking pork chop and chicken, I constantly turn it so that it doesn't burn, y'all. But as you can see, these are a few pieces of my mustard fried pork chop, and my dinner is basically complete. So I'm gonna show y'all everything together, okay? Okay, everybody, so that's my dirty rice. Here are my fried cabbages and my peach cobbler. And we have our mustard fried pork chops and also my yeast rolls. So everybody, this is me and my family's Sunday dinner. I hope you guys have enjoyed cooking with me, TK. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave lots of comments down below. And stay tuned to my channel for another great video. Peace.